Hey, so you hear this notion that government spending creates inflation, but I wanted to deal with this. So, believe it or not, I actually have my bachelor's degree in business administration. And this is some of the material we covered. So, while it is true that government spending is part of GDP, so it does go into the money supply, it's not to the point where it's exaggerated. Some people might know that money is created through something called fractional reserve lending, but they might not know exactly what that means. The government doesn't have some massive money printer that they just crank out the dollars. Money is created through lending. If I lend you $5,000 at 5% interest and you have to pay that back, I've just created money. I've just printed money, essentially. Now, one of the functioning definitions of inflation is too much money chasing too few goods. And one of the things that happens when the government invests in its economy and in its people through government spending is that goes to productivity, goes to producing new goods. Contrary to investing in the billionaire class through tax breaks for corporations and people that already have too much money, that doesn't go anywhere. Most of it gets hoarded. Because while you spend most of your money on living, people that already have enough to live on, and more than enough to live on, put that money away. They save it or they reinvest it. That money doesn't go to increasing the money multiplier effect. The money multiplier is how much that money changes hands in the economy, how much that generates new productivity and new goods. So when the government puts money into tax breaks for billionaires, that does increase inflation. And when the government lights that money on fire through endless foreign wars, that does increase the inflation, because none of those things invest in the bottom line of the economy in producing new goods and services. So a lot of people will refer to the day that we went off the gold standard as the beginning of the end of the American economy as we know it, and the beginning of this rapid cycle of inflation. But another reason they did that, and another trend that's increased along at the same time, is the amount of money poured into the American imperialist machine. Endless foreign wars and adventurism securing our place as the dominant hegemon over the entire global economy. So we're having a big old money bonfire and everybody's invited. And somehow that doesn't increase inflation, but giving money to the poor does. It doesn't make sense. So back to the exchange of debt. It's much more likely that inflation is increasing through Wall Street and the debt markets and the financialization of everything. So now you know it's the billionaire class's fault, as usual. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.